Hi.
Something?
Oh, I'm just documenting you guys putting all your protest stuff in a van. It's very nice of you. How far did you travel to come to protest today?
That's not really your concern.
I'm just a journalist, so like I'm just curious, you know.
Okay. Are you with a news agency?
Yeah, independent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any questions that I can answer you for?
Yeah, like where'd you guys come from today? Like,
We live here in the DC area.
then why do you have like a van full of stuff? People
Well, you might
wearing
know that
masks.
there's a road here.
Yeah,
And
no.
Roads are great for transporting things.
Just, you know, I can videotape on a sidewalk, so.
No, I'm going to stop you from videotaping him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt you guys. I'm just
trying to understand.
interesting. You guys are putting everything in a van, and you're getting really mad about it. You know, that looks really suspicious.
I'm just trying to make sure that you have, all the answers that you would
Are you guys
for.
paid?
So,
How much did Soros or Reid Hoffman pay you to come protest Trump today? Come on. Was it good? Did you get paid well? I'm a journalist, so like, well, yeah, how much are you guys getting paid?
Using my career, how much are paying you?
Like, do you guys have fun?
Oh wait, how much are paying you?
Like I said, I'm a journalist. My pay doesn't matter. I'm here to document the rally.
okay, well, the rally is over.
So do you guys get paid today? Oh, you don't want me to get the license plate? Why? Why? Because I don't know. If you guys are like a legitimate grassroots, you shouldn't be worried about it. But if someone's funding you, clearly.
Yup! I don't want to be stereotypical, but they do like stereotypical left-leaning people. A little, right? And you come with a car with pre-printed board. I usually protest is just scratch quickly. Let's go! Like you have a design, like you prepared. It's like somebody informed you. Might be paid. There's always the possibility that allegedly that's happening.
Kay comes on my show and she's like, she goes, I've been talking to some people in the intelligence and they go, this gay pride stuff is going away. And the next thing you're going to see are immigration riots. This is going to be right around the next election. So hand to God, we do this episode. Next day, Starbucks is like, we're banning all the pride stuff. And now you start seeing these, they're putting little breadcrumbs out, man. Little breadcrumbs. Oh, I saw this one thing in Chicago. Oh, yeah, illegal immigrants are upset about where they're staying. And these illegal immigrants who speak no English are holding up perfectly written English signs saying we're tired of how we're being treated.
Not a real movement. It's fake. It's fraudulent. It's fugazi. And it has nothing to do with us. So what's the goal here as far as black people are concerned? The goal is quite simple. They are trying to create a divide between black people and Hispanic people. This is more of the divide and conquer tactic. That's what's happening here. They want us arguing with our Latino and Latina neighbors, friends, compadres, familia. That's what they want out of this. They want us divided.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It doesn't feel like the protests are organic. It's more about we need to show Trump we are against him. And for the people that might be united, maybe the brown and the black people, we need to make sure they're a little more divided than in the past. Venga, dilo. Remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
I mean, if you're an immigrant and you have me gusta America, me quiero quedar, I would believe you more if it's super badly weird written with paint. But a well-designed printed catalog, we love America just like Mexico. There comes a point I'm like, when did you learn English?
Today.
Sending them and taking them away from their families and their jobs and the lives they've built here doesn't bother you, then you're a bad person.
I've seen videos of children being separated from their families and families being pulled apart and people crying doesn't elicit any amount of empathy from you. I'm so sorry, but you might be the problem.
I just find it very unfair that illegal immigrants might work under condition that all these TikTokers would never work because they would say that is a violation of my human right. The money is even lower. They might actually work overtime and money under the table. That means you're not taxed.
I could never and will never be friends with a Trump supporter. And I hate when people act like that statement is like a crazy thing to say. Personally, I like to share similar morals and values with the people I surround myself with.
I say this with the most disrespect possible, but if you reap the benefits of Los Angeles and you're not willing to protect and respect the individuals who are the beating heart of Los Angeles, then leave this city. Because there are plenty of other states and plenty of other cities that will take you in your inhumane worldview, but it's not here.
I find it rather hard when people are talking about beating hearts and telling me that I am humane. But then again, I have moments in my life when my baby was maybe 1 month old in the belly of my wife or something like that, a little more, and I heard a heartbeat. You might actually convince me and tell me, yeah, that is just a clump of cells. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
And for my left-wing audience, let me give you a right-wing example so that you can relate to this. If you're talking to a person and you say you're pro-choice, you say, I'm in favor of women's rights, I want them to have access to women's healthcare, it protects women, and it also gives them freedom. Imagine you said those things, and the other person, instead of engaging with anything you said, they simply claim against you, actually, you're a Satanist. You simply want to sacrifice babies to Moloch or Satan. You're a Satanist right now. You hate life. You want to kill innocent babies. That's all you want at the end of the day. You just hate babies. How can you talk to or communicate with the person?
If they're on the left, you can. If they're on the right, you can. But nobody is saying that consistently, even on TV, to justify that. But you hear it on the other side, and that is justified. And then suddenly I'm the divider. I've never said that quote to a person that wanted women's right. I just disagreed in a totally different way. But they translate the information. And suddenly, oh, so you're a right-winger. I'm like, really? What's a right-winger? I didn't even know when they called me that.
If you disagree with women's rights to abort children, you're a fascist. If you disagree with trans rights to mutilate themselves, you're a fascist. That's how their train of thought goes. And who exactly is fascist again? Literally everybody who voted for Trump. Half of the American population. That is fascist. But wait, if you're fascist, that means you're a Nazi. And if you're a Nazi, it's good if bad things happen to you. You see what I'm getting at?
Fuck it. Fuck the dude, the firefighter guy. Fuck Trump. Fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am. 100.
In the past, I usually like Destiny because even if I didn't agree with him, he was open to talk about it. He was one of the few that was open. The moment he did that click, I lost all my respect and I just didn't want to hear his opinion anymore. Because the only thing he does is rage bait and make it worse for people to come together. And to come together, it's a slow uphill battle. It never stops. The moment you stop caring and stop talking, you're going to justify things that you never want to admit later.
No human is illegal on stolen land. If you think what's happening with ICE, if you think what's happening with them and what's happening to these families, to these people, and you are a part of that group and you can sleep at night, you are an awful human. This is so heartbreaking. It's so atrocious. It's so inhumane.
Really do not give a about what's happening in LA or have no empathy for these ICE raids. I literally do not want to see you at your favorite Hispanic restaurant. I don't want to see your videos and pictures of you at Mexico City. I don't want to see a margarita in your hand because you cannot indulge yourself in other people's cultures if you do not give a about those people. You can't. You can't. And for some people to just have zero empathy is actually disgusting, and we see who you are.
How do you see what's going on in the country and more specifically in Los Angeles right now and think, wow, what a great job ICE is doing? How can you see families being torn apart and ICE coming in to people's jobs and taking people away? How do you see that? And you're like, yay.
Do you know how many immigrants that I know don't like crime, and when people commit a crime, when they're illegal, even if they cry, they would be like, wow, you had the choice. You could have lived poor, slowly tried to reach middle class, but you tried to jump something. Like, since when can you just talk down to people that want the laws to be applied? They can't do this in their own country and most Western country. Why would you want to normalize this?
I don't care if people are here illegally. I don't. Not even a little bit. I don't even care in the slightest. Not even kind of. Oh, but they're not here legal. Okay. Oh, but they're stealing our jobs. No, they're not. No, they're not. And I know you know that. Oh, they're taking Social Security. They can't even take Social Security. They pay taxes and then can't even get like half the benefits that we give. And even if they were taking our benefits, who gives a I don't care. Oh, they're taking our tax dollars. Okay, have my tax dollars. I'd rather have someone who has come here illegally get access to my tax dollars than the U.S. military. I don't care about it. I don't care if anyone's here illegally, and I don't care what they're doing. I don't care if they're drug dealers. I don't care.
I know. All that mumbo jumbo sometimes when people speak, sometimes I'm like, can you just be honest? Because if you're honest, at least I can trust you. And I can just be more honest with you because now we can find a middle ground. You don't care.
Obey the law. When Hitler said kill all the Jews, you'd obey your master. You're comparing this to Hitler. And this is the mindset that these people have, right? I just want to read some of the comments here. Your keyboard warrior, Trump's out there fighting in the streets. Yeah, I mean, I disagree with the fight. I mean, why would I go out there and support something and go protest for something that I don't even agree with? Why would I do that? And also, it's just some bricks. They have bulletproof glass windows. So do you think it would be okay to shoot a gun at them because the glass is bulletproof? Do you think it would be okay to shoot a gun at these officers since the glass is bulletproof? You said you obey the law. Hitler's also doing the law in Germany. I think that there's a certain amount of like moral decision making with the law too. But I agree with this morality of the law. Like, I don't want to confuse you. Like, no, I agree with this. I think that people in the country illegally should get deported. Like full stop. Obviously, I think that it's more efficient to focus on criminals first, definitely. But I think that they all should get deported. Like, this is my personal viewpoint. Like, the law is also this thing, but I also think this too.
It just saddens me when people want to dehumanize me in certain way. And then they might justify certain things as if, hey, the world is better when I don't exist. But I'm the divider.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, durloqueta, verdeta, welcome.